Hi everybody, how are you doing? I'm Luna Marie and I'm here with the Spiritual Warrior UK. Now as you can see, I'm in a different location. I've come away for a few days, but I want to keep on top of the zodiac readings, trying to stay more committed to this channel, so just going to have to bear with me with the temporary setup, not as pretty as my normal setup. So if you're new to the channel, then welcome. Thank you for joining me. Please do like, comment and share, because it is you that keeps the channel going. Just remember that this is a general collective reading, so only take what resonates, and if it's not what's going on for you, then it is not what's going on for you. If you're returning, my wonderful warriors, how are you doing? Thank you so much for all your lovely likes, comments and support. So let's crack on with it today. What are we doing? We are looking at the zodiacs, continuing on, and I'm looking at Leo. So the last of the fire signs today. And yeah, we're just going to see what spirit are going to bring in. So no set agenda for this reading, though. Next month I'm going to start to do more set ones. We're going to look at love and maybe twin flames and career. So just going to see how many that I can do, and maybe each month I'll swap it around depending on what we've going on astrologically. Okay, let's get going. We're looking at Leo for the next month. Please spirit, what do we need to know? What do we need to know for our beautiful Leos? Last of the fire signs. What do we need to know? What's their overall energy for the next month, please, Spirit? What is going on for our lovely Leos, please? Making a pig's ear of this. Okay. What's going on for our Leos, Spirit? Anything else? Okay, so let's have a look here. This is weird for me because I don't normally work this way. I normally have the camera facing down, so you're going to have to bear with me. Okay, so we have the war zone here. This is ego at play. Okay, let's have a look. What else have we got going on here? We have, oh, inner child. This is coming up a lot. This is coming up a great deal. This is listen to the voice within. Okay, what else have we got there with me? And oh, the joys of spring. The joys of spring. Now, what I'm really led to, this war zone and this ego at play. Now, this is the tarot. This is number 16 in the major arcana. And I'm really drawn to the two birds on, or the two crows with this card. It is ego at play. And you know, the tarot is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a shake-up of the energy. It's a shake-up, it's a change. It can be quite big. It can be that everything kind of breaks down and you jump out the boat and you've got to start building it up again. I don't get that with this card. I just feel that there's almost a stillness within the change. I don't know, with this energy, he's just very still and poised. Yeah, there's just something about him where I feel like it's almost like everything is sort of going on around me, yet I'm not really going to do much about it. I'm just going to stand my ground, and I'm just going to let it all go on. And I feel that people that have just kind of been speaking out of term, I'm hearing, or even just speaking too much, getting involved in other people's business where it's not theirs, having attachments to them, but I don't feel like it's in a romantic space or anything like that. I feel like it's almost like, you know, when you stand back and somebody can just sort of hang themselves, pardon the pun, when you don't even get involved, they can just keep going and keep going and keep going, and they end up hanging themselves. It just feels like that energy. Also drawn to the two crows that are on the card here. And I feel like that's balance coming into play. I feel like it's almost a unity with these two crows. Again, I feel like whatever is going on, whatever shake-up has happened, is going to happen, Leo. I feel like it's going to bring about much better times, as it does a lot of the time. We've got the inner child. Now, this is coming up a lot in the readings. number 46, which takes you down to a 10. So the end of the cycle. It's like, what's being called out? What is your inner child staying attached to? What does your inner child not want to let go? When the inner child is holding on to the ego, it's holding on to it for dear life. And they're actually showing me the Four of Pentacles here, which is the same kind of energy. You know, when you hold on to something so tightly, it's very much about letting it go. See how all these petals are just flying and floating around? They're kind of going wherever they want to within the wind, and she's not trying to do anything about it. She's just being. There's a peacefulness to her as well as there is to him. It's a very interesting energy that's coming through on both cards. And with this Joy of Spring here, this is the number 52. And I feel that this is about things bursting out, in the fact of it's like spring, new things are going to happen. We're looking at things in the next couple of weeks. You know, but new beginnings starting, new things that are coming in. And of course, the number 7 is the Chariot card. It's about things moving through quicker. And these poppies, it's interesting because we've got red on here as well. I feel this is kind of quite grounding. I feel the shake up that is going on is actually going to make you feel really quite grounded. It's going to bring in that peace. That's why with this card, I feel like there's this peacefulness that's going on, and it's almost like this you know, he's got one sword there. It's like this one of the Ace of Swords, where you get clarity, where you get communication, where you get to really be clear on what it is that's going on. And I feel like that's what's happening for Leo. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's use this deck. Okay, we're doing the Celtic cross within these readings at the moment. I don't normally do spreads, but I am going with the flow, shaking things up a little bit. So let's have a look and see what is going on for our Leos for the next 4 weeks. So we'll be late March into late April, and I'm going to do other readings before then and now. So beautiful Leos, please, Spirit, what have we got going on? Okay, so our general energy, okay, we've got the Three of Wands. So looking out into the future, I'm feeling like looking out into the future with excitement. You know, we've also got all these buds that are on. I love this deck so much. It's simple, but it's just so beautiful. You know, we've got all these leaves that are sprouting off the wands. So it's like, you know, what I'm expecting, what I've been using to stand me up is actually moving me forward now. Again, if you see where his one hand is one hand on one of the sticks. So again, I get that another ace energy. We've got the wand and we've got the sword here. Just feel like new beginnings are coming in, which is not really what you get from the Three of Wands. But, you know, by now I am not a traditional tarot reader. I work on the energy, so I get what I get from each of the cards. Okay, what are the influences? What are the influences around this? This card is coming out in every single reading I am doing, every single reading. The Seven of Swords. So, you know, what's happening with this Seven of Swords? What is the Seven of Swords all about? It's been in every reading. You know, he's taken 5 swords, he's taking his stresses away, he's taking his triggers away, and he's leaving 2 swords behind. So, you know, somebody's not cut you off, something's not completely finished. This is influencing your plans in the future. This is influencing what's happening, what's going on. They have not left. They are going to return, because there's those 2 swords there waiting, excuse the noise outside, waiting for the opportunity, for the right time to come back together, I'm hearing. And also what I get from this is like, you know, there are layers within this, and this card also represents in that you like to sweep things under the carpet and not address them. So if this is about a person, they could be a poor communicator. If it is about work, then you need to watch the people that are around you, because there can be deception around this card. You know, not deceiving themselves that they feel a certain way, but they're not even admitting it to themselves. This is another thing about the card. This is the energy that I am getting through with this at the moment. It's like, well, I'm leaving these there subconsciously, but I'm not really thinking too much about it. But I also know that I've left them there. So that's interesting energy coming up here. Okay, let's have a look. What's the reason for this reading? What is the reason? Okay, let me put this back in. I only want one. What is the reason for this reading, please, Spirit? What's the reason for this reading? The Wheel of Fortune. Things about to take a turn of events. Also, what I love about this card, for me, what this card symbolizes is there's nobody else. Nobody else on this wheel. Everybody else has fallen off. And it's like, whether this is about business, whether this is about love, whether this is about friendship for you, my beautiful Leos, this is about whoever this other person is, depending on who you perceive yourself to be. You know, they only have eyes for you. You only have eyes for them. You know, there's no one else. You don't need anybody else. I also feel with this hand coming out of the sky as well, that this is Spirit really giving this, I wanted to say connection, but it didn't feel like it was the right word. Wanting to give this energy is what they're giving me, another chance. It's like, again, kind of got that here. It's not done. Whatever it is, this is not quite done. Right, let's have a look at the past. Okay, Hermit in reverse. So taking some time to reflect, and now I feel that you're coming out of the woodwork. I feel that the light has been guiding you, showing you where to go, and you have been paying attention. You know, this Hermit is looking at the light, is only looking at the light. And again, we've got that single stick there. There is definitely a new beginning, new clarity coming in, because we have got another one. So again, I just feel like when we get repetitive messages like that, it's just you know, they're just confirming to me, yes, you're on the right track. Okay, what's going on in your minds, my beautiful Leos? What is going on in your mind? Well, we had the 7 earlier, didn't we? We had the Chariot. You're wanting to move forward. You're wanting to move forward in your life. You're wanting to get balance. And I will say this about the Chariot. You know, the Chariot is about overcoming obstacles. These horses, and you can't get very far unless these horses are going in the same direction. A lot of the cards, they're not. And there is a unity about these horses. They both have 1 foot forward. I feel like they're in the same place. I feel like they're traveling at the same speed is what I'm getting. They're not quite looking at each other yet, but I do feel like they're in harmony. So this could be about things not quite going to plan, but again, it's not quite finished. It's not quite over, whatever this is for you. Let's have a look at the near future. Okay, I want that one that's sticking out. Oh my God, we have got success. So whatever is going on for you, Leos, it's going to be successful. It is going to be successful. You might have had a bit of a battle. Well, not even might. I'm just hearing it's been a difficult road to get to where you are here. You've had to fight. You've had to really dig deep. You've had to go into that child wounding. You've had to look at every aspect of yourself before that you were actually able to move forward. And I feel like that's what's happening now. Okay, so how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself, Leos? Love it, love it, love it. This is a great reading. We see ourselves as the 9 of Pentacles, as someone that's got it all going on, that's stable, that's confident, that can bring everything into their world that they need on their own. And if you have a look at this, I don't know whether it's a peacock, but the bird that's on her head, he's got like one of those masks on, so it can't see, and it's almost like I don't need to see. When I go down into my heart, see where the biggest pentacle is around our heart center. When I go down into my heart, I don't need to see with my physical eyes. I can see with my heart, because I've got so much faith in my choices that I pick. I've got so much faith in who I am, what I am, and where I'm going. I'm good. I'm good on my own. Doesn't mean to say I want to be on my own, but I'm good on my own. I don't need to be with somebody. That's very different. I want to be with somebody, but I don't need to be with somebody. Okay, what's the energy that's coming in that's going to influence this reading? What's this overall energy that's going to influence this reading? I'm going to take both of those. I only really want one, but I am going to take both of them. Okay, we've got the Page of Wands. So there's the new beginnings again. There's that single sword. And also what they were pointing out on that is like, okay, there's, the single one. Yes, there's more than one wand here, but we've only got one that's got the victory wreath around it. And I feel, again, I'm just getting all this Aces energy, this new beginning. And then we've got the Devil. So there is a little bit, and these wanted to come out together. So it's like new information can come in, could cause you triggers. New information could be about someone that you thought you've let go, but you haven't quite let them go. This could be a new sexual partner. You know, the Devil can be about the Kundalini. So there's no reason why you can't be getting it on with this person in a lot of passion way. You know, they want a new beginning. And the Page of Wands does signify that, you know, they find you really attractive. They, you know, they stir you up. You stir them up, you know. There is a great sexual chemistry here, and I feel that this goes beyond a sexual chemistry. It's almost like something that you've never had with anybody else before. It's like it's very intense, and that is not always a bad thing. Okay, so what's your emotion, your hopes and fears? Okay, I'm going to put another wand. That is you, Leo. You know, we've got a lot of wands coming up on the deck. I'm just going to pop that back. Okay, what's the emotion, hopes and fears going on for our Leos? I'm going to get clarifiers on these. Okay, we've got the Three of Cups in reverse. So I feel there's something about not stepping into the energies of where you really need to go. I feel like there is a holding back at this moment in time. I feel like there's a cautionary energy around what's going on. But I feel, and I will clarify on that, but I feel that there's just kind of keeping yourself to yourself, not kind of going out too much, just doing the work, being a little bit isolated. Excuse me. Sometimes I get really tired when the energies are a little bit heavy, and I feel like it feels like that there's a need to sort of lighten up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to show that. Like, overall outcome. What's the overall outcome for this reading, please? There's that Knight of Wands again. He came out and he wanted to come back. So that's the outcome. What I feel is that, you know, you are moving forward. There is passion here. You need to be a little bit careful of the Knight of Wands because it can be a little bit of playboy energy, but we have got the Devil that's come out with the Page of Wands. So, you know, we've got a lot of Wands energy on this deck. We've got the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands, we've got the Page of Wands, we've got the Knight of Wands. So, you know, we are really talking about that fire energy. I feel like with this Knight of Wands, he is actually looking forward. As I said, it can be a bit of playboy energy. It can be in and out. I'm not really wholly getting that. I'm just feeling that he's got his direction. He's got this dragon on the top of his head, and it's almost like that's the fire in the belly. It's like I breathe fire. And I know where I'm going, and I've just got my eye on the direction. I know I'm going. Look, nothing is distracting me at all. It's very, very interesting. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. Okay, what's going on? What's going on with the Chariot? This war zone. What's going on here? Okay, we've got the Page of Pentacles here. I feel like there's new beginnings. I feel like there's new growths. I feel like it's slow. I feel like again, you know, what I was getting for this card wasn't that everything was going to come tumbling down. I feel like it's more around you, and I get that again with this Page of Pentacles. It's almost like watching. I'm watching it because, you know, the Page of Pentacles can just be having a sneaky little look at what's going on with you. And I'm kind of getting that. I'm just looking at what's going on around me. And also from you, I've just heard, they are watching you. If this is a person, you know, they are watching in what's going on. Okay, inner child. What else do we need to know about the inner child, please? Ten of Swords. I feel that what's not been discovered is coming to a close. I feel that there is an end of a cycle for you. I feel like if you got your chart done, you'd almost be like, okay, you've had 10 tough years, and now things are going to be a lot easier. It's a heavy energy again. I do apologize, but I do get really tired when the energy gets it's almost like a release for me when the energy gets really heavy. So I feel like it's been tough on really dealing with that childhood stuff, and I feel like that's been a big process for you. The joys of spring, well, we've got the Emperor. So we've got that masculine energy coming in, that Aries energy. Still sits within, the fire signs, still sits in within Leo. So standing up for what you want with a wisdom. We've got the golden eagle there with this one as well. So I feel as we move into spring, as things start birthing, I feel that there is much clarity around you, that you really know where you're going and what it is that you want to do. It just feels very powerful. It just feels like very Leo energy. Sorry, this chair is extremely uncomfortable. And I normally stand up when I do my tarot, which is very unusual because I have like a high table, and I like to have my feet on the ground, and this chair is like the most uncomfortable chair in the world. Okay, I'm rambling. So let's have a look. General energy. And the influences. Okay, so I've got the general energy. I've got the Page of Cups here, and I feel like that new beginning, that kind of puppy love, that new start of something new, that new excitement that you get when something new is happening. I feel like that's where you are with this sort of Seven of Swords energy. We have the Empress, so we have the Emperor and the Empress on the table. We have the divine counterparts here. Leo, I feel like it's almost like trusting. I'm getting two messages coming in for this. It's trusting your rebirth. There's nothing that you need to hide away from. You know, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We could all do things better. We are all in this learning curve. But I feel like there is an element of almost being ashamed, like wanting to shove things under the carpet that you've done, and Spirit just saying, you birth it, you birth it, you own it, you grow from it, and that's all you need to worry about, and not even worry, actually, one word there. The overall reading for the reason, what have we got on this one? Okay, Seven of Wands. So I feel like it's letting go of those triggers, letting go of the things that you bring with you from the past, especially with that child energy that is around. Yeah, just, allow the transformation to take place. I feel like when you, in the past, you went in with your own energy because things were just not being stable. Things were not ever calming down. It feels like it was one thing after another, and it was really taking its toll on you. And I feel like you almost kind of like hibernated away. But I do feel like it's time to come out now. We've got the Knight of Coins on the Chariot and what's going on in your mind. So I feel like, again, you're starting to think about new beginnings, new births. What can you do to move forward, to gain momentum, to really push it forward? We've got the White Rabbit here, and this is about purity for me. We've also got the white flowers again, and he's sat in the crown, and it's it's like knowing your worth and moving forward with your worth is the energy that I'm getting from this. Moving into the near future, balancing out. You're going to have success. It's going to be a little bit weird to have success. I feel like it's been such a battle for such a long time. It's almost like, oh, you meet somebody and they just sort of give you a really lovely compliment. And you're like, oh, wasn't sort of expecting that when you've been around idiots for a while. It's kind of like that. Oh, okay, like, wow, you're really nice and people are really nice to me. It feels like this. How do you see yourself? And we have that lovely Nine of Pentacles here, and we've got the Two of Wands. So again, we've got a lot of kind of twos going on here, a lot of the polarities. You also have the Three of Wands. Again, lots of Wands energy still continuing to come in. The Two of Coins balancing out before the Two of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting to know what direction you're going to go in. With all the solar plexus energy here, I feel like you really have sort of stepped into your power and are just kind of embracing whatever comes in. Okay, Six of Coins, and we've got another balancing out here. That devil energy and that kundalini energy, that passion that's there. It's okay. There's reciprocity there. It's completely give and take. It's like they feel it as much as you feel it. And your emotions, more Wands. Now we've got the Queen of Wands. Have confidence in what it is that you need to do. Have confidence in where you're going. Get out there, be with people. You don't need to bear your life story, but you can integrate with people. We've also got the Lion there, which is really unusual in the Queen of Wands, and the sunflowers, rising to new heights, good things coming in, growth, purpose, along with strength, Leo. I feel like you're really stepping into your confidence. Lovely to have that Lion in there. And then we've got our outcome. What is our outcome? Tell me more about this. Let's take these Knight of Wands. Okay, we've got, oh my God, we've got the Hierophant. And we've got the Lovers. Look at all this purple energy. So what I feel is it may start out that this energy is a little bit back and forth, not sure where you stand. This is not just about love. This could be for some, but it can also be about work. Unsure in about the step that you need to go in. First it looks good and then you feel unsure. That's a lot about your ego. Remember, we had ego at play at the very start of this. This is about trusting your inner position, not always listening to the mind. The mind is not always correct. And as you ground yourself in, as you know your worth, there's choices to be had, but there could be a choice of love. There's choices in which direction that you want to go in, and there is a higher level of commitment, a higher level of work, a higher level of development, and that's also promotion, but also your spiritual development as well. Not necessarily doing things in the traditional way. And again, we've got two keys here, so another theme for the two. So really, really interesting reading here, Leo. So we're just going to finish up with some guidance for our lovely Leos, please, Spirit. What guidance do we want to give Leos? This is a new deck. I can't get the card. Oh, control. Such a beautiful deck this is. Okay, number 10, end of the cycle. We've got the moon in here. We've got birds. We've got swans. We've got eagles. She's a bird. We've got doves. Birds on birds on birds flying high. I feel like this is growth. Growth is coming. And I don't just mean spiritual growth. I mean growth as in you're developing, you're flying high. There's good things coming. We have got the moon in the back here, and I feel that things are going to become clearer. I don't feel there's any illusion things. I don't feel like there's anything hidden. It's almost like the message that I'm getting is no more BS. Yeah, I'm soaring. I know what I want clarity. If you don't know where you are, what you're doing, then it's like get off the wings and go in a different direction. It really is like I'm not messing around with it anymore. So I hope you found that reading helpful, my beautiful Leos, and I leave you there with so much love, so much light, and I'll speak to you again soon.